name is Raven24K. Welcome back to my channel. It's been so long since I made a video, so please be nice to me. And yes, it's another K-pop media video, but it's basically a not about, well, I might throw New Jeans in there because there's been a lot going on with them, but I think it's maybe towards the end of the video. But first half is going to focus on why are K-pop fans so divided. Honestly, it's a lot of couple things between the fandom wars, the constant hate trains on rival groups, the constant feeling of not being appreciated by the community you're supporting, especially from minority group, especially more specifically the Latinas and the Black community that who wholeheartedly supports the K-pop community, but they feel like after what happened, they don't feel like it's completely supporting them at all. They feel they've been backstabbed by the community, but we'll talk about that more. That's more gonna be a rant at the end. Well, maybe the whole thing's be a rant, but let's go step by step. The fan arts have been a big issue since second gen. The second gen, remember, is basically like Big Bang era. You have Suju or Super Junior, however you want to say them, and then you have like 21. You have like fucking the Girls' Generation or SNSD, however you remember them by. They had like the biggest fan wars between each other at the time. It was like really bad. I think it was even smaller groups had issues too with also the fandoms. Like it was just crazy. Or smaller companies had issues with the fandoms too, but and anti fans that will attack them as well. Like it was just really bad. And you've seen like the evidence of how bad it got because you would see Gohara. I think no, I think it was Suri. Suri Jonghoon from Shiny. Suri was from FX. Like they suffered the most from like the hate train and hate raids from fans, like for no particular reason. It's just like they just didn't like them at all. And they actually ended their lives because of the hate trains in Korea. It was so sad and you felt for like you feel for them, but then you see the continued pattern keep going on and on and on, and you're wondering when it's gonna stop. I don't think it's ever gonna stop until until Korea themselves do something to stop this from continuing. It's gonna be a lot of hard progress and like a really good laid out plan. I think they did put something into action recently in Korea where it's like, okay, the cyber unit is gonna officially start making a note of every single what was it? No, it's something else. It's not about the hate trains. It's about something else. It's about I think about something about the campaigns, like the campaigns of false information. And oh, well, yeah, because basically it's a hate train, so it's kind of gonna fall in line in that, but it's more, yeah, opinion. It's like about the opinion process thing. That's quite. I'm gonna throw that with New Jeans. Okay, but okay, so far. But yeah, that's basically what people are saying. I mean, that's what basically happened, or that you saw the effect of what happened because of these people weren't fully supported, or they were basically beaten down by their own fans or even anti fans. Like they would say some crazy ass shit, and it's like, oh my lord. And as someone who's in the Stray Kid fan community on Facebook, and also the ATEEZ community on Facebook and the Big Bang community, you see I have seen and read some stuff. I'm like had to double look at it and am I really seeing this? And are there people really like this in the fandom? That's like sometimes I had to take a step back from the actual fandoms themselves and not reading anything anymore, because sometimes it is filled with a lot of toxicity for some odd reason. It really shouldn't be that way, but there is, and it's mostly derived at certain things that the artists do, which to me is not that bad, but to them it's like a very fatal flaw, and it's like, oh my word, it's insane, it really is. Um, then of course you have your fan, the ones where it's like I said prior in the beginning of the video, where you have the fans who are feel like they're being disrespected by their own group that they stand. Like Perfect example, Kiss of Life. G Dragon, which don't get me, because I do love me some G Dragon. I'm a big fan of his, but he disappointed me recently with like his rendition of like Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar, like his own version. I kind of was like, I'm sorry, I could have supported him on that one. I mean, I love him and everything. Just like as an artist, like he's a great artist. He's a fantastic person. I mean, he's a fantastic. I don't know about his personality, but I mean, so far he's been decent. He's a very talented person, but I think he shouldn't have done that video or done that rendition of that song. Like, he should just let them alone. But Kiss of Life, like I said, Kiss of Life is a perfect example of like why a lot of like minority groups are kind of stepping back a little bit. But more specifically, the minority group that stepped back a whole bunch is the Black community. From them, and probably gonna be from the whole entire community in general. Um, just because they feel like they're, and it has to go back to what's been, it has to go back to over here because like basically it's like they don't feel appreciated by the artists they're supporting, especially when stuff like Kiss of Life does comes out, and it just hurts like the whole image of the whole group, and it makes people like me feel like we're worthless because like you say you love us, you say this, but then you go and do this shit. It's kind of like a slap in our fucking. It's like a slap in our fucking face. At the end of the day, also when Kiss Life did that to Latinas, I was like, that's a smack in their fucking face too, because like you have Latinas that support you. Doing this makes them feel like shit probably, or makes them feel like, oh my god, like you did us dirty there. How can we trust you for a future reference if you keep doing the same shit? Because Julie already had a strike against her. She hasn't. This is her second strike. No one believes her anymore. It's kind of like they're done with her, like everything. So, and they're actually done with Case of Life too. A lot of like, there are a lot of their basically their popularity dropped so much since that happened that they had to go on hiatus or support their company told us they were on hiatus. So hopefully this hiatus teaches them a lesson or they learn something from it. If not, like, and mind you, I started becoming a Kiss Alive fan since the end of last year to beginning of this year. So like for this is very shocking to me. Actually, it shouldn't even shock me because like shit like this happens all the time. I'm from over here. Like I see some shit that's like it's very like I hear I understand, but and I'm disappointed. And I'm like, okay, that's like what a lot of that's why another division is coming up in the K-pop world because it's like you don't say one thing and then do the opposite way. So it's like you're gonna lose people because of that reason. And yes, it sucks, but at the same time, it's like that's reality of your fandom. Like if you have fans that are from a certain community that rocks with you and you do something, they won't rock with you no more and they'll just pull away. That's what a lot of people in the Black community are doing. They're pulling away and they want to find people in our own community that support everything we do. But at the same time, it's like I get where my community is coming from. But at the same time, it's like it's been a while since I heard actually great R&B group or even hip hop group or R&B hip hop mix group do anything properly in the last 2 decades, 3 decades. The last time I heard a good group from America was Mindless Behavior. A little young boys. And you know, they were good. They had like a good two or three good song, two good no one good song. That was it. But after that, they kind of like fell off a bit. But at the same time, it's like they really didn't have good promotion. Like that's something I say about the Korean K-pop groups. They have a lot of promotion, and they get pushed out there. Like they get pushed to get known. Over here, it's kind of harder to get known because the marketing technique. I don't think it's as good as the Korean marketing technique is, and that's where I give the K-pop community, K-pop industry props because they know how to market and get their shit out there and get people to listen to their stuff like da 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 da. That's a fact. American industry doesn't do marketing as good as or push it out as much as the Koreans do. I would say I think that's the only thing I would say is different in terms of how they level up their artists versus how America levels up their artists. Just that's the fact. Just what I've seen over the years, because I think even the last girl group I've seen in America, just as an R&B hip hop group, the Identity Kane, that was it. The Identity Kane, 3LW. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the last girl groups I've seen that have done well, but then had to disband because something wrong happened. And mind you, those groups last less longer didn't last as long as the other K-pop girl groups I've seen that last probably at least 5 years since their crew. The last 5 years before anything like before they start being like old news. While the boy groups will like planet up, have a plethora of like things and fans and like keep going on all of them. Like girl groups will just slowly fade, but they at least have a good 5 year span. 5 to 7 year span, basically. And boy groups last way boy groups can last at least up to 10 years. No. Yeah, well Big Bang lasted no, Big Bang lasted a long time. Suju lasted a long time. Um uh BTS lasted a long time. Shiny lasted for a long time until the unfortunate like departure of Jonghyun. I don't know how to say his name right, but y'all know who I'm talking. You guys know what I'm talking about, like that guy. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing his name. I'm so sorry. Um, but yeah, it's just a downward like it's just K-pop groups and American groups, and then like there's this is Britain one who well, but Lil Mix is was the last good one actually. Lil Mix was the last girl group that even though they weren't American, they're British and they did good, and also Fifth Harmony was good too. But they also didn't last as long as they didn't last that long either. And it sucks to say they didn't last long, but they were really great groups. And it's like you don't these groups don't. And it's like why don't they last as long as the Korean ones last a little bit longer? But still at the same time, it's like they also end after like 5 7 years. Depending on like what their concept is and how good they sing and like the artistry and everything and how they're pushed out there and how they're like how crafted or how smooth their transition is, like that's all it really is. Um, but yeah, but it's like it's just different. Like that's why I always preferred Korean groups because like they were polished. I mean, I would say they're not polished at the beginning, but they become polished as time goes on. And I appreciate the fact that you actually get to grow with them and see like where they started at and versus and where they're ending at, like through like their variety shows, their own personal shows that the companies make for them, and you get to see their day lives, or even you can get to know them personality wise by what the things they do. Like I appreciate that fact. I think you got to like. And then one girl was like, this one girl was saying, which was the opposite of what that you actually see in like the variety shows that we see. Um, Not like if you're a K-pop fan and like you watch every single variety show, if even if your favorite group's not on there, you still watch it, because it's a funny show. Like Running Man was a show I watched since the beginning, since it first started, and I stopped watching it up until I think Kangari left, and also Lee Guangsu left. Like I stopped watching when those two left. But I've always I got to know a lot of like K-pop groups through that show because it was really good and I enjoyed that show and it was like really like funny and everything. And like and also a lot of these groups have their own little shows that you can actually watch and like you get to know the personality and how they actually act, with each other and they see the bond. Like, okay, sometimes you see the fights too. Sometimes you see that they have tension, but they don't really show it that much. But they're like have tension between each other, but they still kept it professional. You know, I think I can say that's the difference between American groups and like Asian groups, or yeah, because they still Asian has still professionalism, where they have to like keep going, keep it like down low, but like still be like, Whereas American groups will like they'll fight it out with each other and they'll break up. Like I've heard a lot of stories about like why groups break up in America. Like it's kind of crazy. That's why it's like perfect example of a really well known group. They're kind of older. Um, they them Temptations. I think they went through at least 3 or 4 different switch outs of singers throughout their whole entire career. Also, I think the Five Heartbeats as well. If was they a real group or was that just a movie? But yeah, there's like no. I think Temptations like they went through a couple like changes in their like people. Um, it was really crazy that transition. Like you see like when they're going through trouble, like person leaves and they separate. You know, and it's like really evident that happens. And I think that's the difference between a K-pop group and like an American pop group because at least I think there was a lot of drama with Destiny's Child too because like Destiny's Child, if you don't know, started with like five members, dropped down to like no, I think they started with 6 members, from 6 down to 4, then down to 3. So now one of the girls replaced another girl from the original group, and when the original members had left, just as the new member came, if I remember it correctly. But it's always based on some drama, like 3LW, same thing. There's drama between that group as well. Like I mean, every group has drama, but I think the K-pop industry kind of handles it a little bit better than the American ones, because at least I mean, for the American ones, they disband in gen just right then and there. Nothing. That's it. uh, Compared to like the other groups, they stick it out into their into the career, or like they leave the group because and they do it like quietly, or they do it like forced. They do like what happens. Like though not every group is perfect because there's such thing as perfection. Let's get that straight. Perfection is a lie, or perfection is a misconception, not a lie. Because you can be you can be quite to perfection, but not perfection as it is. You know. That's a fact. Mm, but I guess that's that part. I think I'm done ranting right now because like that was a lot. Because like I said, but yeah, it's basically a rant video and also like how I seen things play out throughout the years of just being a fan of K-pop, and also I'm a fan of like when the board groups of like America used to be very prevalent before it became like very stagnated, and like it is what it is today. You know, and I really don't listen to a lot of my black music anymore. Like the today's black music, not a lot. Probably Kendrick Lamar's the only one I would listen to because his music has a message and a story in it, which I rock with. Probably J. Cole too. I'll listen to. That's about pretty much them. Like really, I don't like Beyonce. I feel like I just haven't liked her since she left Disney's Child, really. I think her first solo album, was decent, but after that, it just felt like I wasn't feeling her no more. Um, it wasn't the same. Like there wasn't. It just. I think she just. I don't know. I just feel like it just changes after a time, you know. And you know what? That's okay. We don't have to like the same things. We don't have to agree upon the same things. You can like her. I don't like her. Whatever. You know. It is like I said. It is what it is. It is what it fucking is. But that's pretty much it. Like. But I will still continue to listen to K-pop music because I feel like it's good music. It's not bad music. It's decent. Despite I just don't listen to everything in K-pop. I just stick to like I think I stick to BTS. I stick to um ATEEZ. I stick to ILITS, LE SSERAFIM. I stick to Oh my god, there's really not much groups I listen to that much. Big Bang, I still listen to all their old songs. Um, Miss A, I still listen to their old songs. There's really not that many. Oh, and Hyphen, I listen to their songs. Tours, Boys Next Door, The Boys. Mind you, I like more of the boy groups more than I like the girl groups. So if I'm naming more boy groups, just know I'm a huge fan of the boy groups versus the girl groups. Twice, I like Twice. Blackpink, I like Blackpink, though I heard about that. I mean, I still listen to their songs despite what happened or what came out. But you know what? It's whatever. No, it's like when you think of it. Okay, before I end this video, when I think about it at the end of the day, is that black black music has a lot of inwards in there. I mean, a lot of inwards played out throughout the whole songs. And most of 9 times out of 10, I don't think they even have clean versions for their songs. Like Cardi B, I mean, since I had heard the N word in all her songs, plenty of times. Nicki Minaj, yeah, she says a lot. Actually, I haven't listened to a lot of Nicki Minaj songs lately. Maybe she does say a lot. I don't really know, but Megan Thee Stallion says it tons. Yeah, yeah, she says a lot. I was thinking about the WAP, but I was like, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about what I was thinking of WAP. Can just even there's really no clean songs really. But anything about like in terms of rap music and hip hop, it's all you hear is like the N word. So it's kind of not surprising that other they would sing it along with it because it's the lyric. Even though people say, "Oh, they shouldn't say it," like it's in the lyrics. It's kind of hard. Like when you're singing along to a song, you're gonna sing the whole song, not part of it, the whole fucking thing. In fact, real, true or false? I'm pretty sure white people sing it too. And actually, they have. There's been videos of them saying it to the songs. So it's like they're getting too. You're just making it too comfortable. They're hitting it too much, and it's like it's too comfortable for everyone. It's too comfortable for people. It really is. It really is too comfortable for a lot of people to say the word and not even. It's like it's just making it too comfortable for people. And I hardly even say it myself. And if I do, I'm really, really mad at the person. I'm like, I'm really mad. I'm super mad and I don't like that person and I will say it. Other than that, I don't say it. But yeah, that's it for this part of the video. And yes, most of it was a rant. I'm sorry. I said I was gonna rant. Well, and I did. No, I did. I said I was gonna rant, but yeah. I touched about briefly about the fandoms, the hate trains. Yeah. So, so good. All right. See ya. Thank you for watching the video. Bye. It's funny. I'm Raven, but I said I'm a. Maybe I should do a Raven cat. I don't fucking know. Okay. Bye, guys.